Welcome into a brand new episode of WSI TV. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back for another brand new episode of WSI TV. I'm Jordan Bishop and I'm joined by Lea Warren. How you doing, Lea?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. So before we jump into our topic of the day, I must remind you to go to WSITV.com, sign up for the vault there, you'll get all our free daily newsletters. So we're talking today about a big subject in the market, a big subject in our lives, especially moving towards the future. We're talking about technology here, Lea. Could you just give a little introduction of what the subject is?
Yeah, so we're talking about how basically the future is digital. Our lives are being uploaded to the internet. Everything is recorded online. Everything is in cyberspace. Today, the 5 biggest movers in the industry are worth $3 trillion. So that's a big number. And then we just have this daily influx of technology that's causing a lot of big changes in the way that the market works and the way that we work.
Right, yeah, I mean, there's even talk of, with Neuralink, with Elon Musk, of course, he's got his hands in everything right now, of joining technology with your brain, so you can control things with your mind. I'm sure we're a little bit further out than he would like from that technology. But of course, we're talking about the real world and the now at this present moment. As you mentioned, Libra, Facebook just announced Libra, which is the new cryptocurrency craze right now. I know they're going through Congress and sorting some things out there. But either way, the future is absolutely digital. And with that, we need to think about we've got the pros, we need to think about the cons here. And of course, there's always cybercrime to worry about, right? Like you've got your physical crime. Now there's crime on the internet, there's people trying to steal your money here. So let's look towards that. And Lea, you've got some staggering stats here if you could run us through.
Yeah, absolutely. So cybercrime costs are projected to reach $2 trillion this year, which actually kind of competes with the amount that the tech industry is making. And there are 1.76 billion user records that were leaked just in January of this year. And Americans actually are more afraid of cyber attacks than physical attacks, according to a recent poll. And then 76% of cyber attacks are financially motivated, which is a huge thing considering that everything is going digital, including finances.
Right, and those are crazy high numbers. And you said something before, 7 out of 10 countries aren't prepped to deal with cyber attacks, right?
Yes, so it's a huge concern when big companies, countries as a whole, are not prepared to have these firewalls in place, and cybercrime is just continuing to grow.
Right, and that technology is growing just as fast as our technology that we're using to progress. So there's a major scare there, and I know back about a little over a year ago, Equifax was actually hacked, and 50% of the population of America, their data was compromised. You may have seen this or heard of this. The Equifax president, or I think he was the CEO at the time, actually resigned during the midst of it. So that was a huge attack in recent history, and I'm sure we'll see some more. But it's not all bad here. We're talking about security going digital, and this is a huge new market. We're brand new, pretty much, on the larger scope of this. So this is going to grow as technology grows with it, and it's going to have to keep up with technology as technology grows.
Absolutely, and that's before we had bank vaults to protect all of our secrets and our finances and everything like that, and today we need cybersecurity. And so there is a huge demand for it, and companies are rising up to meet that demand.
Right, yeah, and I'm sure this will go hand in hand too with the blockchain, the growth of blockchain, and how that's secured as well. Whether that will help cybersecurity or whether cybersecurity will help that is yet to see. But we are of course very early on in this cycle, which can seem like a bad thing because who knows how predictable it is, but I'm certain this is a safe bet here because we're absolutely going to need it, presuming that we do move forward with tech, and I think that's a pretty safe bet there. Yes. So let's talk about where you should invest right now. Again, like I said, there's many new companies up, but I know you've done some research on some solid investments at the moment.
Yes. So everybody's telling you to invest directly in tech, but with trade negotiations still up in the air, that becomes a little bit unstable. And then with direct investments in cybersecurity stocks, there are a lot of companies that have very recently gone public, which is causing a bit of wavering and oversaturation. But there is a bit of a safe haven in cybersecurity ETFs. So we have several to look at. We have two in particular that are looking really strong.
Right, yeah, we're looking at Hack and Cyber here. Now, both these charts look very similar at the moment. And as you mentioned to me before the episode, they did suffer with that drawdown earlier in the year. But talking about trade tensions here, as that tension grows, there's going to be more potential hacking going on between countries who are at odds. So I imagine this will dislocate from the market action in the near future. But Lea, if you could talk a little bit about these charts you brought to my attention, please.
Absolutely. So both of these are still fairly new. They've been around for about 2.5, 3 years. And if you look at the charts, they're very, very strong. There's a really strong line of resistance, and they're just continually growing, and they've been showing profits for anybody that is invested. There was a slight dip in December along with the market, but like you said, I think that it's going to remove itself from that as tensions get higher.
Right, so there you have it, Hack and Cyber. The tickers are HACK and CIBR. As always, we talk about portfolio insurance. This is working towards insurance for your finances, so it's important to pile onto your portfolio with these cyber companies and the like. You might find individual companies that you like as well, but right now these are the two we're looking for. So Lea, thank you so much for bringing this to my attention.
Thank you for having me.
We'll talk to you next time.
Thanks for watching the latest episode of WSI TV. Be sure to visit WSITV.com where you can subscribe for free with no contract and gain instant access to the secrets of self-made millionaires via the WSI TV Vault. So go ahead and claim this gift for free now at WSITV.com.